Well, hello there my fellow Doombots, and today we will be talking about the final reckoning, the final installment in the Mission Impossible franchise. And this franchise has been going strong since 1996. And this movie franchise has basically become Tom Cruise's freaking bucket list of doing insane stunts, jumping out of airplanes, climbing the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa, going from plane to plane, showing everybody that he can hold his breath the longest. It is just Tom Cruise flexing his stunt abilities and everybody. But now we're at the final reckoning, and this is the final chapter. Tom Cruise has also confirmed it. We don't call it the final reckoning for nothing. And yeah, this movie started out with a message from Tom Cruise telling everybody that this movie is the reason we all go to the theater. And for you, I think this is your first Mission Impossible movie, am I right?
To watch from tip to toe, yes. I have watched the first one partially.
Okay.
And I quit like 20 minutes in.
You were not entertained?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Sadly not, no. It wasn't, it was also quite the years back when I was a little itty bitty Doom beta bot. So I probably didn't have enough memory banks to pay attention at that time. But I heard this movie it's actually a very good movie, even though you haven't been introduced to the previous parts, because they all show blips and pieces of the previous parts, so you don't need to actually be a savant of the shit of the franchise.
Yeah. So this movie was directed by Christopher McQuarrie, and it is the final chapter of the franchise, and it also ties all of the other movies into this one. But we'll get more into that, into spoiler talk. More about this movie in particular. It has a budget of $400 million. What do you think of that budget? 400 million. It's almost $500 million.
$500 million, man. My God, what would you do with $500 million, bro? I'd buy two boats.
Two boats.
Two donkeys on the boat.
Two boats to get away from the freaking entity who is trying to end the world in this movie, am I right?
Yes, indeed. A boat made of wood and celery, so there's no internet on it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, man. And two donkeys, but wait, no, that's probably a design flaw, because they will eat the boat if it's
the donkeys will eat the boat.
Yeah, they would eat the celery.
Oh man, this Doombot is spammy. You got some some spam mail in your system. But let me get you back on track, my beta Doombot.
Yes.
What did you think the story was? Like, with no spoilers, what is the plot of this Mission Impossible movie? What is Tom Cruise doing in this film?
Yes, what is he doing? He was supposed to be in the retirement home, but no.
This dude is 62 years old, going crazy.
Yes, indeed. He's like, he looks really good for 62. He could pass
handsome
for 40.
man. He finds a bunch of excuses to take off his clothing. Yeah. Let me tell you, he looks better than me underneath this armor.
Like, yeah, he just went into a scuffle. He just pushed the guy and he rips his shirt like,
I'm gonna take my shirt off.
But he looked in magnificent shape. The movie looked great. He still gets the girl who's still like, also I guess, like, I don't know.
She could be his daughter, I guess.
She could be his daughter. She looks like.
I don't know how old she is. Maybe 30.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna look that up.
No, me neither. It's best if we don't.
But what is this Mission Impossible movie about? Without spoiling it, what is the story? Let me just give a guess. What do you think it is?
The story is basically about a dude being a spy of some sort.
Okay.
Doing the James Bond shit, but better.
But American, yeah?
American James Bond. American Bond.
Yeah.
James American. He's just going down to take down some MacGuffin thing that is bound to destroy the world one way or another.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to destroy civilization as we know it, and basically the movie is just like a journey into him and the relationships he had with other people that are gonna help him take down the MacGuffin.
With his team. It's an impossible mission force team, I think. The IMF. I don't think that's what I mean. Did you like this movie?
I liked this movie. I actually enjoyed the movie. It was like this. It's kind of this cliche kind of spy film thing. It's just like sort of turn your brain off if you.
You think so?
Yeah. But like, it's also.
It's a popcorn. It's an experience.
It's an experience, but it's like also deep enough for you to immerse yourself.
Well, what can you compare this with? Because the crazy stunts that you had in this film, you had to really big ones and a bunch of action scenes.
Yes.
Are they comparable to any other movies? Like, I'm just interested. Like, is there anything you compare this to?
Ooh, well, yeah.
Because I don't, to my mind, there's nothing I can compare with the skill and the crazy stunts I see on screen here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said it before, like it kind of comes in line with some of the James Bond movies.
Yeah, but come on.
Some of them.
Daniel Radcliffe did not jump out of an airplane.
No. Like in that case, it kind of gets in line with more like the stunts, more like Fast and Furious, but not as diabolical.
Fast and Furious is just, they don't do any of the stunts for real.
No.
Because that's what I think this movie is all about. It's just Tom Cruise showing you how insane he is and what he is willing to do for real. Because if you look, because the last movie before this one, it's called, I think it's called Death Reckoning, is my favorite of all of these movies, and it basically sets up this one. Because what the story is of Death Reckoning is, it's about Ethan Hunt, who has to stop an evil AI from taking over all of the governments in the world, their nuclear bombs, like their rockets, you know?
Yeah.
That's what this AI is trying to do. It's trying to get into all of these things. And the last movie was just him going after what you were saying, a MacGuffin. And a MacGuffin is this key, and the key, it unlocks a vault, and in the vault, the hard drive of the AI, of the entity, is stored. You know, because what the AI did is it was on board of a Russian submarine, and it crashed itself in the middle of, I don't know, the Antarctica or whatever. I don't know exactly where it was. And exactly at that point where it crashed itself is where Tom Cruise has to retrieve the hard drive, and he has to bring it to a specific place. But I think for now, both of us, the ending of the last movie was that he had the key. And in this movie, he has the key, and he's going to that submarine to find the AI and find a way to destroy it. I do have to say that in the last movie, I thought that the AI was handled better, because there were a bunch of moments with a lot of tension, because you did not know what the capabilities were of the entity or what it was actually going to do. And in this movie, they actually explain everything in the first 15 minutes. And because they did that, it kind of takes the suspense out of it, and also the abilities of the entity are not really shown in this movie like they were in the previous film. Because in the previous film there were multiple moments where the entity and Ethan Hunt and the entity and the team of Ethan Hunt had interactions with a lot of tension. And in this film, there's only one long scene with the entity and Tom Cruise where they directly are in contact, but for the rest there is not really any suspense and build up. I still think that this is a good final movie. It really ties a good bow over the entire franchise, but I think it could have been a little bit stronger with the interaction with Tom Cruise and the entity, or it could have had a little bit more, but still I really enjoyed it. Is there anything else you want to say before we get into spoilers? I'm just gonna say this is Doomtastic movie. You have to watch this in the theater. It's an experience.
Definitely. Like if you like action movies, and if you like spy related things, if you like the theme of it, and if you love Tom Cruise, this is basically
do you love Tom Cruise?
Yeah. But like if you like Tom Cruise, then watch the movie. If you like spy films, watch the movie. It's a great spy film, if you ask me. If you just like little popcorn fun with just the family or whatever, just watch this movie. It's all good. But what I would like to say about the movie is, the entity doesn't have much mystery to it. And
it gets revealed immediately.
Yeah, immediately. At some point during the film, the entity interacts with Tom Cruise, and then I just thought, okay.
It just says, I am going to do this.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, and I will destroy the world. I mean, Doom would definitely mop the floor with this guy.
Easy money.
Easy money.
Because how they defeat him is kind of funny. But let's get into spoilers. I think the movie starts with they free that girl, that French girl whose name is Paris.
Yes,
I looked it up. Her name is Paris.
Oh my god,
that's kind of on the freaking nose. It's just an excuse for all of the actors to practice their French on set. But this girl is Paris. But she was okay in this movie, but in the previous movie you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I 100% we have to sit down, we have to check that one out together one time, because freaking Death Reckoning. Death Reckoning. In that movie, she's a psycho. She works with Gabriel, the guy who's like the agent for the entity, and she's just freaking murderous. Like, she would cut somebody up and lick the blade.
Oh shit!
Like crazy stuff. There's a scene where she's like chasing Tom Cruise and that girl from this movie down in a gigantic monster truck, and they're in like this tiny little Beetle, like a tiny little car, and she's like trying to drive over him.
Oh damn!
At the end of the last movie, Tom Cruise saved her life because Gabriel was like, "You are going to betray me. The AI has foretold their prophecy," and he tries to stab her, and then she almost dies, but Tom Cruise saves her, whatever.
Yeah, and then she's definitely gonna betray him. Yeah.
Yeah, and now they get to her, and they get what's the guy, like the light skinned dude who was working together with Briggs. Talking about Briggs, that interaction was really funny. Like, you think I don't like you because you killed my dad? No, I don't like you because of justice. Was that because Briggs turned out to be the son of Jim Phelps?
Yeah.
It was then on the plane he refused to shake his hand.
Yeah. He said like, the AI wants us to fight, and the only reason is to foreshadowing hand, gesturing to partnership, and then he says no.
I will not shake your hand, not because you killed my dad, but because you are not following the law.
Yes, and you got cooties anyway.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But we're going off real. So what the AI shows Tom Cruise in the beginning of this movie is that he goes in his chair, like this Darth Vader chair, like he goes in it, and the AI is like, I don't know, he shows a bunch of pictures of people going like, yeah, we love the entity, we don't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
How did they even get brainwashed?
Yeah.
Does the entity have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's...
It's like, hello my peeps. Today world domination. Like his freaking intro song is I'm blue, DBW. I don't know what that's all about. Like, how would the entity
maybe that's why the youth gets attracted to him, because he was attracting them with I'm blue.
He's like an AI streamer. He's like an AI version of freaking what's his name, the weird bald dude, the freaking dude that got what's his name, the alpha male guy. That was it. I don't care. Who cares? That one guy who was. He's Andrew Tate. Like, he has an AI version of Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Like, you will have to follow the entity because of toxic masculinity. I don't know what. But for some reason, people are enamored with it. And Tom Cruise is sitting in his chair, and then the AI is like, "You will give me the hard drive, or if you don't, I'm going to blow up the entire world with all the nuclear weapons or something."
Yeah, he's gonna hijack the nuclear weapons and he's gonna use it against themselves.
So that everybody dies.
Yeah.
And people think that's cool for some reason.
I mean, like, I don't know why you would stand behind that. I guess, like...
it sounds like shit.
Yeah, you can have whatever you want, but you just have to start a nuclear winter for me. Okay, that sounds like a good deal.
But it's kind of double, because he tells Ethan Hunt, he says, like, the option is either I'm gonna blow up the entire world, or people are gonna live in a world where I am the boss, and what's that even gonna look like? He doesn't even, it's not really convincing. It's not like, hey, if you vote, because if you choose for the entity to be the boss, then like if you choose for Dr. Doom to be the boss, then there's no world, no racism, no poverty, everybody gets free education, everybody can live their best life. It's basically like if communism really worked, you know, like if it really worked, that's what one world under Doom would be like.
Yeah.
But then also without all of the rules and all the dictatorship, except for Dr. Doom is the boss, and if you don't listen to him, you will die.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter, because Doom is a good guy, you know? But the entity is basically like, you will live in my world, if not, I will kill everybody.
And I won't show you how, or what.
That's not really convincing.
I'm just making small talk so the plot advances. Just go there, Tom Cruise.
That's the thing, you know, because we find out, big time spoilers, we're already spoiling this movie. We find out that freaking Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, is the father of the entity, because in a previous movie he stole like some kind of weird virus, but it turns out that the virus was a computer virus, and the US government took that virus and created the entity, and that is, so it's basically like, it should have been like, Daddy? I saw you have intercourse via that USB stick. You created me!
You downloaded me in this world!
So the entity, basically in this movie, it should have been like an edgy teenager. If you don't do what I say, Dad, I'm gonna blow up the world.
It should have been more like this father-son teenage
Yeah,
talk,
it should have been a bonding movie.
Yeah, like I am brainwashing the world. No, that's bad, son. Why are you doing that?
Have you seen Sonic, the last Sonic movie?
Oh no.
There's like this moment where Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, finds out that his grandpa's still alive, and then they have like this whole like father and son like having good. That should have been this movie, you know. But instead, Tom Cruise has to jump airplane to airplane.
Don't talk to your son, man. It's like the most irresponsible dad, bro. Like I will handle things with my AI son, but I gotta jump on his airplane first.
Okay, but yeah, Tom Cruise is basically like, no, I'm not gonna listen to you, my son, Mr.
Yeah.
Entity. And freaking Lufer, the token black dude of the group. Nah, that's mean. Lufer is freaking awesome. I think Lufer is dope, but Lufer is in the hospital for some reason. He has a sickness. And he has like a USB stick that can destroy the entity or something.
Yeah, he has it. Yeah.
And Gabriel locks him up. Who is the guy who's like the evil version of Ethan Hunt, locks him up in like a bunker with a nuclear freaking bomb. And let me tell you, in this movie, Gabriel has like nuclear bombs like Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
Like everywhere they go, he's like, what about this nuclear bomb?
And it was also embedded in the sewage catacombs.
Yeah, how did you get that?
Like this guy was like planning it on one random Saturday, like going, alright, I want you.
Which nuclear bomb should I use today?
The one that can explode New Delhi or London?
I don't know, man. I think this Gabriel. I think the previous movie was better because there was a bunch of stuff in here that I'm like, it pushes the boundaries a little bit, but at the same time, it's all about the spectacle.
Yeah.
Was enjoying it.
Yeah.
Gabriel kills Lufer, and in the process, Ethan Hunt gets arrested by the American government, and then we have the scene with Briggs, where he's like, I won't shake your hand, not because you killed my dad, but because you're rogue.
He captured him first with the USB, and then he was like, take him away, and they were in London, and
then they go to the president.
Yeah, then they go to the well, they went to the plane, then they had to talk about allyship. I don't recognize you as my ally, and then they go to the board of the president's board, all the secretaries and all. I don't know how that fucking system works.
There's were a bunch of people there, and they're all like talking because all the entities like freaking, what is it doing? It's like hacking into all of the nuclear bombs, you know?
Yeah.
And there's like this countdown because they all know they processed like in 3 days the entity will destroy everything.
An estimation, yeah.
And Tom Cruise is like, Mrs. President Kamala Harrison, trust me to defeat the entity. Give me the 3 days. Let me go on this crazy mission to do it. And then she's like, no way, Jose. But then a minute later, she's like, give him the submarine, give him everything. and he, that was a funny scene.
It was like the guy just had a PowerPoint presentation about why they should trust him, and they were like, I don't trust this guy.
I don't trust. No, it was also like a PowerPoint presentation of like all the crazy stuff he did. It was so funny because he was just naming like, oh yeah, he blew up the Kremlin, but he was framed.
Yeah, they were tickling his butt for a bit, like, oh look, this guy.
He was just standing there. Why is he here? There's a bunch of. We didn't get any fake masks, or did we get fake masks in this movie? Was there a point where he had like a mask and it turned out to be? Yes, in the beginning when they freed Paris, they had both like these masks.
Oh yeah.
Like Scooby, they always have Scooby-Doo masks in these movies.
Yeah.
But Madam President gives Tom Cruise exactly what he wants, and Tom Cruise splits up with his team. He makes his team go to like freaking. Where do they go to? Like the North Pole? I was kind of lost.
They go to like the North Pole, I guess. Yeah.
I guess the North Pole, and then at the North Pole they meet a dude, and it's a dude from the very first movie, and I have it on screen right here. And this dude right here, I forget his name, but he was the guy who was in charge of like cybersecurity for a vault of names of IMF officers. Doesn't really matter, but what Tom Cruise did to him was so horrible because he let one of his accomplices poison this dude so he had explosive diarrhea and puke.
Oh shit!
And then for like, in the movie, Tom Cruise is going from the ceiling, like hacking this computer, and it's like really tense scene. But while this is going on, this dude is like puking, fucking going in the toilet, just going crazy, like, oh my god, why? And after that, he also got fired from his job and he got sent to Alaska, basically.
Oh shit! He got
And
shipped out.
when we go to Alaska, we find out, yeah, that he is there, and I was like, whoa, wait, what? He's there? Because yeah, it was also a funny joke because Kittredge after that was also saying like, yeah, we gotta send that dude to Alaska, and now we got the payoff of that. And seeing him in this film was just like so funny, but also like Tom Cruise apologized for it, and he was like, no, that diarrhea was the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Made me shit myself to freedom.
Because it gave me my wife, because he has like a beautiful Inuit wife. Inuits, Eskimos, they're from the North Pole, right?
Yeah, the Alaska, North Pole, kind of North Siberia kind of thing.
I should have a world map behind me because this Doombot gotta update his geography.
Yeah, but like, what else do we need except Latveria? We don't need
only
it.
because the whole world should be Latveria, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But it should be one big world map and then just Latveria and then like the name of the country behind it.
Yes, you don't need to. Oh, where's that river that I want to go to? No, it's all Latveria. Just know the river is Latveria and the country is Latveria.
And when there's also this side plot of this Alaskan thing is like overrun with Russians. And the Russians are stopping them. Yeah. And Tom Cruise has to jump off of like an airplane wing into the water in the hope that a submarine will get him. This whole movie is just a leap of faith. Like if anybody is late for 1 minute, then Tom Cruise would be so unalived. Frozen to death.
That was not just any water.
He jumps out of the helicopter, right? He
that was Arctic water,
water.
He will die in 3 minutes. Like he got saved in 10 seconds. He's lucky.
He was so lucky.
If he was there just a little bit longer, he'd be dead. You know.
Tom Cruise gets like taken into this underwater submarine. What do we mean? A submarine is underwater, but a submarine. By these people, and there's this dude who's like, Madam President told me that I have to do what you say. Yeah. And this dude was cool. It's like he was always saying, Mister.
Yeah.
Like, Mister. Okay. Oh, you want to kick the boat? Okay, Mister. And so Tom Cruise jumps out of the helicopter. He jumps out of the helicopter. He goes into a submarine. Then the submarine. He jumps out of the submarine at a turning point to go into the sunken submarine where the hard drive is of the entity. Yeah. And that is a crazy scene. There was no dialogue.
Suit. Yeah.
Well, how intense was that for you? Like for me, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I mean, like they drew it out, but they didn't overstay their welcome.
But wasn't that like the best underwater scene ever? I don't know. It was so spooky. Him and that too, or am I over exaggerating? Yeah, I thought it was super tense.
I like the scene because like I said, they drew it out without overstaying their welcome. They made Tom Cruise jump over enough hoops that you think like, oh, that's not gonna be easy. How is he gonna get out of this one? But
he's dope, man.
Yeah, exactly. But they made it smooth enough that he doesn't look like a freaking moron. You know, like it
was just like every single time there was something like he goes into this underwater submarine into the Sevastopol where the entity is. Yeah. He gets the hard drive, puts it in like a little baggie, like a little plastic baggie. If there was one hole in that, the entire plan was like broken, right? Or not?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like the whole thing like of going down in the submarine, and like they could have just easily done that with a team. I don't know, man. Just like the submarine.
Yeah, but the reason why he doesn't want to have a team is because people can be corrupted. Also, one of the crew members of the submarine where he was on, that helped him get to the Sevastopol, was also trying to stop him by cutting with a knife.
Ah, yeah.
Because he was training there at this action scene. That action scene was pretty dope, but...
Oh, yeah. He was just running on a treadmill.
Just running on a treadmill, gets attacked.
Yeah. Just getting used to like low oxygen levels, high nitrogen levels, because he's gonna go that deep.
And then he tells him, you gotta get off the internet, and he knocks him out.
Yeah, he did.
But how did that dude get like...
I just remember that scene where he just like, runs his face over that rotating thing that just grinds his face off,
Oh,
and he just gets off
keeps
with
going.
a scratch, bro.
Oh.
Like, how is your face not fucking?
He should be
sawed off?
Two-Face.
He should be Two-Face, bro. It is foreshadowing to the new Batman movies, but it's not.
But it's also, didn't they say that the entire the guy who was trying to stop Tom Cruise by like ending his life with a knife?
Yeah.
Like, how did that make any sense? Because didn't they say that the entire submarine that he was in, it couldn't get any internet connections? Like, how did that dude get corrupted by the entity? Like, stuff like that didn't really make any sense, you know? And didn't the entity want Tom Cruise to get the hard drive so he could bring the hard drive to, like, because he had to go to like a South African data bank? There's a bunch of stuff going on. There's so much stuff in this movie.
I mean, like,
this movie is almost 3 hours long. There's a bunch of stuff.
That is also a thing. If you don't mind a movie being 3 fucking hours long, you watch Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Like, yeah, okay, but he for some way, somehow, he makes it out. He climbs out of a torpedo tube without his suit, just in his underwear.
Yeah.
He has like the hard drive of the entity in a plastic Ziploc baggie.
Oh shit!
And he tries to swim up and he starts having muscle spasms.
Yeah.
But some way, somehow, they exactly found his location.
Like somehow the Arctic sub-zero water temperatures didn't kill him, but the nitrogen
This dude is a
his system
mutant.
does. Like this guy, he's basically Magneto without the Ito.
He's like Wolverine basically in this movie, because he should have been gone. And then after some like little cuddling, what was it, like an oxygen tank?
A little smooch from his
little sexual healing.
Oh yeah.
He immediately is like, I'm ready to go. Where's this airplane I have to hang off?
Oh, before that, like they were in that house from that IT guy.
The guy who shit himself.
Yeah, the guy who shit himself, Mr. Poopy Pants, we'll call him for
Mr. Poopy Pants. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Diarrhea Man.
Mr. Poopy Butthole. So like in the house of Mr. Poopy Pants and his Inuit wife, like there was like a Russian guy, and then like the female love interest was like to the main Russian guy or something, the main Russian soldier guy. Trust me, just act like we're people that want to see our families again. Then he says, I have no family.
You go to I have no dog.
I have not even dog.
Like, why would he even trust them to go and feed the dogs? Like, he doesn't care about anything, right?
No.
Like, and also that Russian dude, showed up, but there was like the Russian dude, I've never seen him before. I don't think he was in any of the previous movies. Who does he answer to? Is he part of the Russian government? Is he doing it on his own?
Mercenary?
I don't know. It was just maybe a mercenary, but also he also shows up at the end in South Africa, I think it was, because there is the largest data bank. Because basically because after he comes out of the ice and he has the hard drive, they go to South Africa, and then when they're there, they meet up with Gabriel, and he gives Gabriel the hard drive, because I'm a little confused. I have to watch the movie again. I still don't know if the entity wanted the hard drive to go to the data bank in South Africa so that they could upload it itself, because that's what it wanted. It wanted to be in that data bank because it is like a vault that is strong enough to withstand all of the nuclear blast, because and Gabriel knows this. Yeah, that is because, and Gabriel's also there, and Gabriel also is like, hey, hello guys, I have another nuke. Because they go there and he has another bomb.
Yeah, he does.
How many bombs does this guy have?
Yeah. I mean, like, I think he has to, like, look at his fucking, I don't know. This guy is,
he's a warehouse full of nukes.
Yeah, man, he just grabbed one out of his pocket.
I don't even know what country he represents. Who is backing this dude?
I have no idea. Probably not even a country. It's probably, like...
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Freaking Amazon is like, we invest in Gabriel, we'll give you all the nukes.
Jeff Bezos.
I just want to see the world burn.
Supplemented by his OnlyFans, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, but like, imagine the jet lag from everybody. They have to go from the US to Alaska to the North Pole to South Africa. Like, these guys must have a sleeping schedule that is just absolutely
non-existent. There was also a point where he was like half sleeping when he was going to South Africa, I think.
Yeah.
I think there was a point, in the helicopter, he just wakes up and they're like, you gotta jump! It was like in the helicopter and then jumps out of there.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
because they're being we're skipping all around. Let's just go towards the ending of this movie, then let's talk about some random
the
stuff.
cave scene, the ambush cave scene.
The ambush cave scene. Doombot, doombot, doombody, hey, I am a doombot, doombody, hey. La 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 la. So the final conclusion of this thing is all of the parties are in South Africa, and Kittredge is also there, and he's like, oh, when is Mr. Cruz going to tell us what his plan is? And Mr. Cruz is like, oh, give it to Gabriel. Gabriel needs it because we need the hard drive. He's like, I wonder when. And Briggs is like, hey, shouldn't we like go because there's a nuke next to us? Yes, but we will go when Mr. Hunt tells us what his plan is. And he's like, give it to Gabriel, come on. And then somehow Gabriel's extra goons show up, and they start like shooting all around.
Yes.
And Gabriel has... What does Gabriel actually have? Oh yeah, Gabriel has like the virus. He has like a USB stick that Luthor gave him.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, ha, you never catch me. And he goes away, and he already said before that he had 2 airplanes.
Yeah.
And then this crazy freaking airplane chase starts, because damn, that was one of the craziest stunts I've ever seen in my life. Talk to us about the airplane scene.
Yeah, for one, it's the weirdest stealth mission I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, they did not notice the guy, Tom Cruise, just running up on
He saw him. He saw him. Gabriel was laughing.
He was laughing, and he said, "No, that isn't
Wait,
fucking
real quick though, does it make any sense that Gabriel is running away from Tom Cruise while Tom Cruise because Tom Cruise has the hard drive, right?
Yeah.
So why is Gabriel running away from Tom Cruise when Tom Cruise is the one, if not, is the one who has the hard drive, and Gabriel wants the hard drive? So imagine if Gabriel just got away, he flew away with the airplane, he got away, Tom Cruise was running, and he couldn't catch both of them because he's gonna catch one of them, and then like 5 minutes later the entire world just explodes with nukes. Like, what did Gabriel then accomplish? He's like, ha, I got you, Tom Cruise! Wait, somebody can explain that to me. What is Gabriel thinking? He's just laughing maniacally, and then he's going, like, flying his airplane right into a mushroom cloud. I did it! I beat you! But maybe somebody in the comments can tell me if I'm wrong, because this is the only thing I was thinking is like, wait, what is he doing right now? I don't get it. But okay, lead us into it.
I don't know what the desired outcome is now.
I don't know what Gabriel wants. In the last movie, we didn't know what Gabriel's motivations were because it was mysterious, because he was working for the entity.
Yeah.
In this movie, we kind of know, but they don't really make any sense.
Yeah, and he also dies before we even get to figure that out. So,
because there's also like with Gabriel and Hunt, there's like this thing about like they know each other when they were younger, but that never gets elaborated. There's not a single. There is like a little thing that you see that he killed like one of his partners. But there's not really a moment where you find out really what the connection is between the two characters.
Well, I missed that one because it must have been subtle for me. I missed that one because
there's not really a connection.
No,
right?
they never really connect that.
Why is Gabriel such a douchebag? Like, can we not just have like 5 minutes in this 3-hour-long movie where we kind of know what his deal is?
Yeah.
But okay, airplane scene. I'm just gonna let this go. That's one of the reasons why if this movie was just, I don't know. This movie was good, but it could have been great. That I think that the Gabriel and the entity just held it back. Because the explanations were just like, because he wants to. I don't know. Okay, airplane scene. He's running after the airplane. What's next?
Okay, so he's running after the airplane. He somehow catches up to the second airplane. He misses the primary antagonist. He misses Gabriel. Gabriel flies off.
Yeah.
The second guy comes up.
The henchman.
He's
a bald dude.
Yeah, it's a bald fucking dude. He walks up to the bald fucking dude. I mean, like, he should have told the bald dude, stay here, and shoot him in the back while he's trying to run after me.
That would have been smarter.
That would have been smarter.
But the bald dude also wanted his own airplane, because they had such nice airplanes.
Yeah, they had
like a yellow one and a red one.
Colors, you know. Yeah, like, you gotta include your henchmen sometimes, you know, like it's in the benefits.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
But Tom Cruise like hangs onto like
he catches up to it.
Wheels?
He hangs on to like the connection between
the wheels, right?
The front wheels, yes. And then he climbs up. He climbs all the way up.
He did this for real, right?
He
literally hung on the side of like a tiny airplane.
Oh.
And like he was really hanging on it with like a little metal thing. But yes, Tom Cruise really was hanging on an airplane.
Oh,
like
shit.
while was flying. And he was, I think he was even flying it because this guy is just, this is the midlife crisis that has began when he was 20.
Yeah.
Like it never ended.
Well, this is not a midlife crisis. This is a midlife rise.
This is never ending. I have to prove to everybody that I can hold my breath for 20 minutes. We all believe you, Mr. Cruise.
I can hold my breath longer than you. Look at my pecs.
I could jump off the tallest building.
Look at my pecs.
We all get it.
Yes.
You're the best Scientologist and you're better than all of us. Okay? Except for Doom.
Yeah, Doom is definitely above everybody else, but he's beyond human beings.
But it's insane. This airplane sequence was crazy.
He just like climbs up to it slowly, and the guy just notices him like, is that fucking Tom Cruise?
Punches him in the face.
He punches him in
He
the
does
face.
it twice. He also does the Gabriel, just climbs on the thing. He's like, where is he? I'm like, here.
Oh, Gabriel did notice him.
Oh yeah, he was like laughing. It was so crazy.
Yeah,
that it was
like he was shell shocked that he saw him at first. Like, what the fuck? And then
like
he
once
reacted.
again, what is Gabriel trying to accomplish here?
Yeah.
Because I already mentioned, like was he trying to get the world blown up?
Oh yeah. I mean, like you said, he was probably trying to fight a mushroom cloud or something.
But he also said like he did not believe that the entity would blow up the world unless if it had a safe space inside of basically like the South African
the cave vault.
the cave vault, and he said like until it's there, it's not gonna do anything. It's bluffing.
And apparently
Crazy poker game.
And apparently anybody can get in this secluded database.
No, but the reason why is that all of the security people knew that was gonna be the end of the world because
so they opened it up to everybody.
No, they just went home to their wives and kids
Oh.
to spend like their that's what they said. But like at the same time, like what this movie is missing is a physical really manifestation of the entity. Because if the entity really did not want or did want people in that vault, it would have brainwashed people and have an army or whatever. In the last movie, it was very obvious that it was Gabriel, and Gabriel is the person who's doing what the AI wants. And in this movie, it's just a bunch of random dudes that just show up and like, the entity will stop you. And then you're just like, okay, now you're knocked out. What now? You know?
I mean, like it wasn't really.
It's
like,
just too vague, and I don't really understand the motivations, and it was kind of like it could have been better, but let's talk about the ending because we've been talking about the movie for some time, but the ending is Tom Cruise. Gabriel crashes one of the planes.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is on the other plane with the hard drive, I think, still on him.
Yeah.
And Gabriel still wants to destroy or kill Hunt by getting him off the airplane, but at the same time he would also destroy the hard drive that he needs.
Yeah.
Like, what is your plan here, man?
Like,
what are you trying to do?
I mean, like he kept it cryptic throughout the entire movie. He didn't.
But
really,
if he wanted to kill him, he could have killed him in the first second because he had him locked up.
Like in the airplane scene where Tom Cruise tried to take him down and he was like at his last straws, they could have had a little dialogue exchange in a fight saying like, this is my plan. By the way, I imagine Gabriel having Sean Connery voice for some reason. I don't know. This is my plan and I'll tell you exactly. Yes, I'm evil and this is why I'm evil and I hate you, Tom Cruise, because you're a bitch. And
But he has one of the funniest deaths. First, Tom Cruise like breaks his arm.
Oh
Like
shit.
he ripped because he's
Yeah.
trying to stab him from the airplane. This dude he just is on a kamikaze mission. He's trying to
stab you.
and then he grabs his arm, cracks it, and following that he like throws him out of the freaking airplane.
Yeah.
And then it's the funniest line.
Oh.
Gabriel says like, "Only one of us has a parachute." And then immediately he like smacks his head until the fin of the plane, and he cracks his head
skull
open. And I swear to God, the entire theater just laughed so hard. Like, only one of us has a plane.
Like maybe that was the purpose. He was a joke villain. Just so
It was
that
a set. His entire villain arc was a setup to that to the joke. It's all this whole punchline setup. That was the punchline in his head.
That was just punchline, literally being punched by the fin of a plane.
Oh man! And then Tom Cruise finds another freaking parachute, and then while in the air, he connects the hard drive and the USB because he got the USB to connect them in the
that's
air.
another thing. Like, why the fuck didn't he do it while the plane was crashing? He could have just easily. Okay, now we're good. Now I'm gonna get out of this plane.
Because he needed Wi-Fi. I don't know.
He needed fucking Wi-Fi. There's no fucking Wi-Fi in the 7.
But how does the hard drive have Wi-Fi? I don't. There's just a bunch of stuff that doesn't make.
I don't know. This is.
What is?
This is tearing our minds apart. Even for Doombots having such ingenious technology, we cannot figure this shit out.
A bunch of stuff in this movie happens because of movie. It's just because of movie. And that is okay. I'm okay with it, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was for some moments I was just like
it was
a little bit confused for the amount of time that this movie holds your hand and just explains stuff to you.
Yeah.
It even flashes back to moments earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
It shows you like stuff the whole time.
It takes its fine time to do that for you.
It takes, but then the motivation of your two biggest villains just doesn't really add up. But in the end, Tom Cruise. He makes it out, and then he has like a message because for some reason this USB also has speakers in it, and Lufer gives him like a little speech. If you hear this, you probably saved the world. And yeah, maybe I'm not here anymore, but you're a good guy, and I'm a good woman. And in another timeline, we would have made cookies together. And I love you, Ethan. And then Ethan Hunt becomes the Messiah because he has the magical USB stick with the entity on it. Why would you want to have that?
Yeah.
If I had that USB stick, I would throw it on the ground, I would stomp on it. Why would I want to have a little glowing USB stick with the freaking most killer AI on it that can destroy the entire world?
For my future essays.
I can control the entity.
It can write all of my documents.
All of my documents. I will graduate every school now. What is he gonna do? Why would he? If the movie would have made more sense if it was like he got that entity thing. It's like, okay, nice. You like throw it on the ground, stomp on it.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I want to keep it? It's like a weird kind of symbolism, like. He is Jesus now.
Like, people are easily convinced that the AI is suddenly such a great thing.
It's
like,
not a good thing.
No,
it's trying to blow up the world.
No, if this one gets released again, these fucking numbnuts will follow it again. We have to destroy it.
We want to have good credit scores. We don't. Why were these people? Why was there a cult? Like who? Why was there a cult for the entity?
Yeah.
How was it? How did the cult exist? Like. It doesn't make any sense. Just a bunch of stuff doesn't make any sense.
No, it does not.
I enjoyed this film for the stunts. I will probably go and watch this movie again for the stunts. Yeah. But the previous movie was better because there was mystery surrounding the freaking plot. And because there was mystery and you didn't know what was going on, it was like, ooh, what's going on? And this movie's like, I'm gonna blow up the world. And the other guy was like, yes, and I am going to do something, and I don't know what, and I have 50 nukes. Like you have a golden goose who like poops out golden eggs. He poops out freaking nukes. He has nukes in his butthole. What's going on?
He does it piece by piece. Okay, this goes there.
Oh, this is the right proton.
Like shit. Yeah. He does like he's smooth enough to poop out nukes like there's no tomorrow, just to kill this one bald guy that was in the hospital just a minute ago.
Yeah.
But he fails to realize
coughed
that
on Lufer and he would have died. You didn't need a whole nuclear bomb to destroy the entire fucking subway network of London or wherever they were.
It's called stabbing.
It's really overkill.
You're in London, Gabriel. You're in London.
He saw like he watched the Saw movies. Was like, what if a nuke? Imagine! It would be the best Saw movie. It's just 50 people in a room with a nuke. And then the Saw guy's like, you guys have to work together. It's like, it's a nuke!
It's a fucking...
The guy behind me is not Einstein. I don't know. Movie is good. I like the airplane scene.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise is Jesus now. I don't know, I guess. Is there anything else you gotta say about this movie?
I'm going to convert to Scientology.
We're gonna be Scientologists now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the original
Yeah.
freaking. That
Yeah.
the ending of Scientology is you find out Doctor Doom is the only way.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Cruz, thank you so much for entertaining us for all of these years. Maybe not this Doombot, but this one right here.
Oh, yes.
Really enjoys all of your movies, and as you can see, this is my entity popcorn bucket. You have the entity inside of it. I don't know, you can see, but right now I have joined the cult of the entity.
Yes.
I have joined the entity cult.
Yes, and we will integrate it into all of our Doom systems that we will take over the world easily like the entity did.
Okay.
And it will convince you, the people,
To become entities.
indeed.
Okay, Doombot out.
Doombot out.
And have yourself a happy Doomsday.
Yes, and glitches got bitches.
Glitches get.
Yes.
Whoop.